Hello my dear friends. I'm Dr. John Richards, an internist who has spent more than 2 decades sitting in my clinic, listening to all kinds of symphonies coming from my patients. Some drum loudly in their chests with high blood pressure. Some play dragging violins because of chronic kidney disease. And some sound as quiet as a gentle jazz ballad because everything is still fine. But there's one melody I've heard again and again from patients over 60. The tune of sleepless nights. They tell me that sleep now feels like a marathon without a finish line. They go to bed, manage to doze off for a while, and then, right at 2 a.m., they suddenly wake up. They stare at the clock, sigh, toss and turn, and even after an hour, sleep still won't return. By morning, they're exhausted, their heads heavy. One patient even joked, "Doctor, I think my body secretly installed an alarm clock somewhere. Every night at 2 a.m. it rings." I smile, but inside, I know it's a familiar story, because this phenomenon is anything but rare. What surprises many is that the culprit isn't always something complicated. It's not a pillow that's too hard, not a mattress that's too soft, not even job stress. Sometimes, it's simply that glass of plain water you drank right before bed. Sounds illogical, doesn't it? After all, we're taught from childhood that drinking plenty of water is healthy. But the human body after 60 changes more than we think. Hormones that regulate water decline. Melatonin, the sleep signal, drops. And the bladder becomes as sensitive as an alarm bell. Just a little water and it rings loudly, forcing you to get up to use the bathroom. The real problem is that this awakening slices right through your deep sleep stage, the golden time when the brain cleans toxins, consolidates memory, and the body releases growth hormone to repair muscles, bones, and skin. When that cycle is broken, you'll feel it the next morning, sluggish, weary, and forgetful. That's not all. Plain water can also dilute essential minerals like magnesium and potassium in the blood. These are the very elements that keep muscles relaxed and nerves steady. When levels drop, your body is prone to cramps or twitching in the middle of the night, waking you again. In other words, that harmless glass of water may sometimes sabotage your sleep. But don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to stop drinking water altogether. What I mean is that in the evening, your body doesn't just need water, it needs nutrients that can send the right signal to the brain. It's time to rest, to let go. Medical studies have identified 5 heroes that play this role. Magnesium relaxes muscles like a soothing massage. Glycine, a tiny amino acid that slows brainwaves, helping you drift into deep sleep. Tryptophan, the raw material your body uses to make serotonin and melatonin, the main characters of the sleep drama. L-theanine, found in green tea, calms the mind and reduces tension. And finally, melatonin itself, the hormone age takes away, but when replenished wisely, it helps restore the body's natural rhythm. A bedtime drink containing these can act like a train ticket straight to dreamland. I often explain to patients that sleep is the body's nighttime repair factory. During deep sleep, the brain organizes memories, the body repairs muscles, strengthens bones, and regenerates skin. If you're constantly awakened, that factory is like losing power mid-shift. Products left unfinished, nothing completed. The result? Memory decline, slower reflexes, weaker muscles and bones, and a higher risk of falls. Disruptions can even upset hunger hormones, making you eat more and gain weight. Some studies show the heart and blood vessels also take a hit, blood pressure fluctuates abnormally. In short, poor sleep doesn't just make you drowsy the next day, it paves a shortcut to chronic illness. The good news is, you don't need sleeping pills. You can improve your sleep dramatically by simply replacing that glass of plain water with nutrient-rich bedtime drinks. Here are 5 options I often recommend, easy to find, safe to use. First, warm almond milk. A cup of unsweetened almond milk, gently warmed, contains magnesium, tryptophan, potassium, and vitamin E. These nutrients relax muscles, steady nerves, and prevent cramps. More importantly, the lack of sugar keeps blood sugar stable, avoiding the insulin spikes that trigger cortisol and adrenaline. two notorious sleep disruptors. One study found that after 2 weeks of nightly almond milk, older adults gained an average of 22 minutes more deep sleep and woke up less often. Add a pinch of cinnamon, and you get both cozy flavor and improved circulation. Second, chamomile tea. This natural sedative has been trusted for centuries. Its compound, apigenin, binds to GABA receptors in the brain, calming the mind and easing anxiety. Modern science confirms chamomile tea helps people fall asleep 16 minutes faster, reduces nighttime awakenings by 30%, and leaves 80% reporting deeper sleep. It also improves blood flow in tiny brain vessels, so you wake refreshed. I often suggest adding a slice of ginger for a warm stomach, but avoid sugar or honey to keep blood sugar stable. Third, warm coconut water. Strange to some, but effective. Coconut water is rich in natural electrolytes like potassium, magnesium, and sodium, which regulate nerves and muscles, especially the bladder muscle, helping reduce nighttime urges. Its natural sugars digest slowly, working with the electrolytes to keep blood sugar steady all night. One study found potassium deficiency increased night wakings by 28%. Restoring potassium improved sleep within just a week. A tip: drink coconut water warmed and diluted, about an hour before bed. If you have kidney issues, consult your doctor first. Fourth, golden milk, turmeric with black pepper. The golden hue hides a powerful secret, curcumin, famous for its anti-inflammatory properties. Curcumin also calms the HPA axis, the link between brain, pituitary, and adrenal glands, reducing cortisol and boosting GABA activity for relaxation. But curcumin absorbs poorly, so black pepper's papain boosts it 7 to 8 times. A cup an hour before bed not only eases joint pain but also promotes deeper sleep and steadier brain circulation. For those whose knees ache at night, this is a 2-in-1 solution: less pain, more rest. Fifth, warm gelatin or light bone broth. It may sound humble, but the effects surprise. Gelatin is rich in glycine and proline, amino acids that soothe the brain, encourage collagen production, and support joints. Unlike sleeping pills, glycine doesn't force you asleep, it gently nudges your body into readiness for rest. It also aids digestion, preventing bloating. Bone broth provides extra minerals, nourishing joints and the body through the night. I like to joke, a bowl of bone broth at night feeds not just your joints, but also your dreams. Of course, drinks alone aren't enough to sleep fully. A few habits matter. Have these drinks 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime so your body absorbs them and your bladder has time to settle. Train yourself to use the bathroom at the same time nightly. Over time, the bladder learns endurance. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet, away from phone screens. And don't forget light evening activity, a slow walk, gentle stretches, or deep breathing. Your body will understand, it's time to wind down. Sleep isn't just a need, it's part of your health. Many of my patients, after switching from plain water to one of these 5 bedtime drinks, combined with light movement and consistent sleep schedules, came back to tell me, "Doctor, for the first time in years, I slept straight through the night." I believe you can, too. No need for sleeping pills with their side effects. Just a small change, from plain water to warm almond milk, or a gentle cup of chamomile tea. That's enough for your body to send the message, it's time to rest, to sink into deep, peaceful sleep. And tomorrow morning, when you wake refreshed, walking lightly, you'll realize, sometimes, true happiness is simply a good night's sleep.